My name is Euwyn Poon. I'm the co-founder and president of Spin. And let's start with a little story. Our story goes back to March of this year, not too long ago at the South by Southwest conference over in Austin, Texas, where three brave young lads set out to make a difference. And we made some headlines. So what we did was we took 100 ordinary orange bicycles and put them out in the street for anyone to use. Pretty radical concept. We made some friends, we saw lots of rides, and we made a lot of happy people. And this led to the creation of our new company, Spin. So what is Spin? Spin is a stationless bike share system that's being deployed in US cities right now. We have orange-colored smart bikes equipped with a GPS unit on the back that controls the locking of the back tire. These bikes can be rented for just $1 every 30 minutes with a scan of a QR code from a smartphone app. They can be parked in any responsible parking location, bike parking location, unlike traditional bike share systems. And best of all, we roll out these systems at no cost to cities. This is one of our bikes on a nice wall mural. This is another one of our bikes outside a Seattle City Hall, where we did a demo for city officials in advance of our rollout at the beginning of July. So how does it work? This is where all the magic happens. So equipped and mounted at the back of every bike is a GPS-enabled ring lock. And the ring goes around the rear wheel, disabling it for use until it's unlocked by a user who scans it with a QR code. And who are we? We're a team of startup veterans from companies such as Lyft, Uber, Airbnb, and Y Combinator. And we recently raised an $8 million Series A round to bring our stationless bike share systems to US cities. What kind of inspired us to do all this? Well, I just really wanted more bikes around Soma in San Francisco, where I lived. But taking a look at the larger trends, we've seen bike share systems grow in popularity in US cities in the last decade. But those were bike share systems of yesterday. Bike share systems that relied on stations and kiosks. This is an example in New York City, a city bike system that many of you might be familiar with. There's a kiosk, you rent the bike from a kiosk, but regrettably, you can also only return the bike to another kiosk. So what we want to usher in is a new era for bike share, a new more flexible, more free, and more useful, frankly, bike share system. We want our orange bikes when and where you can use them. And why? Why should people in cities care about stationless bike share? It's one of the ultimate solutions for last mile transport, a real door-to-door, not station-to-station bike share system. We think a station-based bike share system is akin to Uber only dropping and picking you up at bus stations. No one can deny the health effects and health benefits of biking around your city. More bikes means less congestion, less cars on the road. It's also faster. As we see, a survey found that people on New York's shared bike system moved around actually faster than people in Ubers. More importantly, and more dear to my heart, it actually gives people a better way to explore their city and really get out there, live, breathe, and see the sights, smell everything, and actually explore new neighborhoods in a way that you can't within the confines of a cabin. So this all ties back to our belief that really cities should be about people, and we want to bring this concept to life. We also want to work in an innovative way with cities, working with them to bring about this new technology. We believe in a responsibility, meaning only deploying the optimal amount of bikes that serves our users. Our bikes are CPSC certified. They're top-notch quality. We believe in equity, bringing bike share to everyone, not just people in certain areas. We also believe in community. We've spun up a Spin Cities project, which donates a portion of our ride revenue directly to funding more bike infrastructure, bike parking, and bike lanes for everyone. And all of this accumulates in our notion that we can really help build greener cities. So, talking about the future and where this all goes, we've seen something pretty exciting on the horizon in Barcelona. This is one of the city blocks there in a city called Eixample. So as you've noticed, a nice, fun, grid-like fashion. One of the experiments they've tried is actually taking a group of 9 blocks and closing car traffic within them, only allow pedestrians and bikes. We think this is pretty neat, and we think that these experiments can continue even in US cities with the great availability of bikes. These is what we call super blocks, and we hope to push the vision of this forward. And back to our locks. So you'll notice that they regulate our use. These locks disable our bikes, but they're also 3G enabled and GPS enabled. They're IoT devices. These locks right now track riders' location and speed, but in the future can track things like temperature and noise and function as a wide array of sensors on city streets. In fact, what we're building may be one of America's and the world's largest IoT platforms, feeding data back to the cities. So we think bikeshare is primed for hypergrowth. Over $1 billion is being spent by US cities on bike infrastructure. A few years back, you had Airbnb that changed the way people found places to stay in cities. We had Uber, who changed the way that people got from different places between cities. And now we have Spin. And we're going to change the way that people move within cities. So how can you help? At this point, we're growing rapidly, and we're certainly looking forward to talking to innovative city officials or people who work with them, city officials and campus officials who are interested in bringing an innovative type of bike share system, all at no cost and ready to deploy it in weeks. So thanks, everyone. My name is Euwyn, and that was Spin.